Hi, welcome back. I'm so glad you could join me here today. Today we're going to be doing a nice little fun painting. I hope you could follow along with me. Let me have them graphically run the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. It'll be right below down here. While they're doing that, let me tell you what I got done on my canvas. Oops. I have my regular 16 by 20 inch canvas, pre-stretched, double primed, and I added a 2 coats of black gesso. On the bottom, I left it with the pure white gesso it had. And so after the black gesso completely dried, I did some patches of a mixture of bright red and alizarin crimson. Then a bit of blue, little bit of blue with alizarin crimson, a little bit of Indian yellow, and just dappled on a little bit of color. So on all the canvas, I put a very, very thin coat of the liquid clear. Rather than that, it's all slick, it's wet, and it's ready to go. I thought today we could do a nice little fun painting, something we haven't done in a while. You're probably asking yourself, well, at this point you already seen the thumbnail and the title, so you're probably not too surprised, but look at this. Shoom. Shoom. Let's just create a few little northern lights. We haven't done some of those in a while. There. We can tap a little bit of color. There. We're going to grab a clean, dry 2-inch brush, and all we're going to do is pull straight up and down. There. So just pulling this color down, letting it pick up the color from underneath. There. It needs more color, so I'm not too upset the way it came out. We're gonna tap a little bit of color, that way we can have the effect of the northern lights. The beautiful little things. There, just tap them on. There we are. Now I can pull down. There we are. And I can pull upwards. There. So let's try to get it all in one setting. There. The more you push the paint in there, the more it'll blend with the underneath colors. So if you want it more opaque, more white, just barely graze it. But if you want it to really stand out, you have to, the way my paint is, you have to really push it in and just hope for the best. And I'm gonna just go across ever so lightly. Let's have these come up a bit higher. There. Look at that. Nice, beautiful sky. We could come back if we don't like the way it looks. We're gonna grab a half size oval brush, and let's go ahead. An oval brush. Oval foliage. I haven't used these brushes in a while, so I don't even know what they're called. I usually stick to my 1-inch. So just going into a little bit of phthalo blue, sap green, and mountain mixture. Let's come up here and just let's type in there lives a few little bushy trees back there. There, you could hear how much pressure is going into that. Okay, I'm gonna grab a clean, dry foliage brush, and I'm gonna take it through titanium white. Now, we need a little bit of liquid white in order for it to stick without mud mixing. So I'll really tap it and mix it in. Now let's come up here. Now, we're gonna do a nice little winter scene today. So let's just think about the lay of the land, the way the light would shine on it, and just tackle on those icy bushes. There. You know what? We'll come back to that section. I'm not used to this brush. I'm still trying to adapt. Load up each and every time. And then just come on here and just tap a little bit of that paint. And thanks to the liquid white that we mixed in, it allows it to stick without picking up too much color from underneath. Look, maybe right around here there lives a bush. Maybe right there. Just have fun, enjoy it. I wanted to do a nice little winter scene for you guys without putting any mountains. I think you guys are probably tired of watching me paint mountains after mountains after mountains. I love mountains, but too repetitive for you guys, isn't it? I would be tired of it too. I would say, what's up with this painter? There. Just like that, you have yourself a nice little lay of bush. Just a little something there. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into a little bit of mountain mixture. Let's go into a little bit of mountain mixture. We're gonna take our brush through a little bit of phthalo blue. Just load it all in the brush. Now let's come up here. Now since we have, that's too blue. We need a little bit more black. Maybe a little bit of Van Dyke brown in that color just to dull it. But that's nice. Since we have liquid clear, it's not gonna lighten the value of the color. So whatever color you have on the palette, that's what's gonna show up over here. There. Just basic color. That's all I care about. I just didn't want to put black. Okay. Now let's grab a number 1 inch. Nice good old 1 inch. We'll take it through a little bit of titanium white. Just load up our brush. Let's come up here and wherever I think a little bit of snow would hit. So maybe right there. I'm treating it like grass, first of all. So just tap a little bit. There. You'll see what I'm trying to do right now to make my life easier, to avoid mud mixing. Because if I keep pushing it, just like I did right here, then it creates mud mixing. It just makes our life a little bit harder. Nothing too crazy. There. So I'll take the easy route whenever I can. Let's come up here and zoom. Maybe this big, it joins with the big one. And we'll just add in a little bit of snow. Just blend it in. There, let's go into a little bit more white. And we'll just knock it down. So that's why I was tapping, so later I could just blend it out, make it nice and soft. Okay, let me go ahead, let me grab a good number 3 fan brush. We're gonna go with the smaller fan brush today and just load it up with mountain mixture, and who knows, maybe a little bit of phthalo blue, maybe a little bit of phthalo green, just those colors on the brush. Let's come up here and just boop, load up your brush each time. There. Let's come up here, grab the corner of the brush, and just tap the brush lids. I don't know what I was gonna say. The little tree lids on your brush, so just tap it out. Now, the reason why I want blue is because it'll make it stand out a bit more. There. Let's go ahead. Let's have a little partner in crime. Let's just tap it. There we are. Few little subtle indications. What you can do is grab that color and pull it, and it'll cast a shadow. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll go back to our number 6 fan brush, the one we use to create the northern lights, since it has light color. Load it up with white. Let's come up here. Where's our light coming from? I think it's coming from this way. So we'll just tap it. There. Nice and chilly. Ooh, you might need your little winter jacket. Get your ski goggles. Just imagining things. There. There we are. And we can add in a little snowbank. I like to do it just to really clean my brush a bit. Now, oops, dropped the old brush. Now, we'll come up here and softly blend it out. There. Let's go ahead. Let me step back for a second and see how it looks from a distance. We're gonna go ahead and let's make another layer. Another good layer. Maybe this one starts over here. It's kind of flat. They're just loading up my 2-inch brush before I go at it. Now over here is darker because I want it to stand out. And so with the other one not being too light, not being too dark, it allows for this one that's darker to stand out even more. There. What I'm gonna do is firstly, let's grab our fan brush. Let's load that sucker up, and all I'm gonna do is very lightly just get something in there. Okay? let's go ahead, just block it in. We'll block in some color. Nice little snow. Just load up your brush and have fun. There's no rules. The only rule is have fun. There. Look at that. Now, you're probably saying it doesn't stand out as much. Well, this is where our little secret comes into play. Don't tell no one we use this secret. We're gonna grab a little bit of white on the palette knife. Let me clean off my knife. I think I had a little blue residue or something. And just cut a roll of white. And all we're gonna do, wherever you want highlights, just put it right around there. Now I know some of you might be like, well, I don't want paint breaks for snow. Trust the process. It's gonna look nice and soft. But I want the light kind of shining over here. So I'm getting more this side. A few little spots would hit on the corner as well, but it's mostly this side that I want. Now, we'll go ahead and grab our 1-inch brush. Let me clean it. I have a little rag off to the side. And we'll just blend it. There. If it's too strong, you can tap it in. But I like to just go across for the most part. There. If you get these weird streaks, you can just blend them out. There. Let's go ahead. Let's add in a little bit more. Maybe right around here. And maybe somewhere around there. Okay. Just grab your brush and blend it out. A little bit of sunlight is not even sunlight. The northern lights is hitting it. We'll say that. Okay. That's enough of that. You can keep going if you want to. Let's go ahead. Let me grab a little bit of Van Dyke Brown and cut a roll. Nice little sharp roll on the end of the knife. Let's come up here and let's decide, where does our cabin live? There. You can scratch it out, or you can do it like me and just apply the paint. There. Just blocking in a nice little cabin. Who wouldn't want to see the scenery? See, now with Google and all that, we can all enjoy these types of sceneries. We can search them up and see them. A little bit of white to my brown. And let's just add in a little highlight. Boom. By the way, this brown is alizarin crimson with sap green. If you guys want to make it, look, we'll put in some logs. There we are. What you do now is just scratch it off, fill it in with a little bit of dark paint, just to get that darkness again so it can stand out. And then put the logs from the other direction. Now, if over here there would be less lighting. There. Let's go ahead. Let's put a door in. Let's go ahead. Just mount the mixture. Let's come up here and just zoop. Just like that. There lives a door. Now, let's scratch out where our cabin is. And we're simply just gonna grab some of that color and we can pull it out and just blend it, make it into brown snow. Have fun with it, enjoy it. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go back to our number 3 fan brush. Let me step back a bit just to truly see. And we're gonna go ahead and maybe there lives a big one right there. Big and strong. And just by tapping there, using the corner of the brush, you can create these wonderful, wonderful evergreen trees. There we are. And what I'm gonna do right here is just grab that base and shoop, blend it out. Simple as that. We'll go into a little bit of titanium white on my fan brush. We'll come up here and just boop, boop, boop. Add in a nice little highlight. Okay. And just here and there and here. There. Now, let's go ahead and maybe let's have a bit of fun. Let's add a bush. There. Something like so. I'm gonna go with my 1-inch now. I got tired of those foliage brushes, I think they're called. And just a few little indications. And all I'm gonna do is pull the rest of the color out wherever I want to blend it. There. Now, let's go ahead and grab our 2-inch. Well, we'll do a nice little shrub, just tapping with the corner of my brush. And you know what? We have a little bit of time to spare. We'll grab the fan brush and just gotta make the noises. Boop. There. Let's grab a little bit of that brown color we had going on earlier. And just load up again. There. Let's go into a little bit of black and add that into our brown color just to darken it. And a few little bits of dark. There we are. You know what? We can do something fun. Let's load up our fan brush by pushing the paint into our bristles. And let's come up here and maybe it has a little bit of snow. At least some parts we'll see the brown, but the rest is snow. There, that shows you how chilly it is, and whew, nice and cold. Let's go ahead, let's grab a little bit of titanium white and just add in a few little bushes. Okay, now last thing, we're gonna grab a little bit of our dark color, whatever we had going on, with a little bit of white, and let's come up here and just a little bit, maybe it comes out to here, just breaks up a bit right there, and maybe over here we might see a little path there, something in the distance. We'll blend this out. There. And with that, I think we have a completed painting. I really hope you enjoy this painting. Try this painting out. If you do, send me a photo. I would love to see what you create. I like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care, my friends. Goodbye.